I would like to welcome Mr. Nikolas Farantouris, member of the European Parliament, an exceptional human being who has supported, I'm of Assyrian origin, and he has supported Assyrians like to an extent that I cannot describe. I'm very thankful to you for everything you have done for the Assyrians worldwide. It's a great pleasure to see you here at the Delphi Forum and for accepting our invite. And first of all, would you like to say something about your role in the European Parliament?
Just to thank you for the honoring invitation. It is always a great pleasure and honor to discuss issues of common interest with you and as a prominent member of the Assyrian community worldwide. I have a particular interest for Middle East. And as you know, as a member of the Defense and Security Committee, but also as a coordinator of the Constitutional Affairs Committee, the EU-US delegation, and other foreign committees, I have a particular institutional, not only personal, but in my hat, in my capacity as a parliamentarian for Middle East and the realignments in the greater region. So thank you very much for the two.
Wonderful. Would you like to tell us a little bit more what you have done for Syria in particular? I know you're very active in that part of the Middle East, which is under a lot of challenges in the past years.
I haven't done a lot. I wish I could have done much more. And I wish to remain active in the region and the issues regarding religious and national communities. I believe that the European Union and the West in general, the European Union close by in the region, has to pay a little bit more attention to the developments there. Yeah. On human rights, on communities' rights, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the rule of law and democracy. These are communities that go back not centuries, millennia, and a million years of presence, and we have strong cultural, educational, historical, but also political and strategic ties with the European Union, European member states. As a Greek, I feel even closer to the region and its people. So I'm disappointed when the European Union has another focus, a different focus, and not the Middle East. Recently, for the bad reason, during the war in Iran, there has been a shift in Europe's focus from the Baltics, from the Scandinavian, and from the north to the south, southeastern Mediterranean, and Middle East. I'm happy, not for the coincidence of the shifts, but that eventually the European Union realizes that its neighborhood is a trouble and that we need to play a more active and proactive, if I may say, role.
Yes.
For democracy, for peace, for transition, but also for rights, human rights, and prosperity of religions. Religions are dominations.
That's absolutely true, and I'm in aligning with that. Since you mentioned about prosperity, we're in the Delphi Economic Forum. My last question would be, do you see any room for further collaboration between EU and the Middle East in terms of business, or what kind of opportunities do you see? The topic of this forum is the shop of the new, with AI, new opportunities. So what kind of opportunities do you think leaders could look at, or business people could look at the moment?
In all aspects. In all aspects, from construction to technology, and from energy to transport. I believe in Middle East. Middle East has hosted some of the most active, energetic, and most advanced, culturally speaking, nations in the world. I believe in Middle East. And Europe should play a much more active role towards the approach of Middle East and the European Union as such and its member states. In Greece and in Cyprus, we have to realize that Middle East is the region we belong to, broadly speaking, along with Southeastern Mediterranean. It's about time for other European member states and their leaders to realize the same. Europe as a whole can play a very constructive role. Now, Middle East nations and Middle East states are more welcome to Europe. Let us build a very new future together. I believe in our collaboration, and it goes without saying that geography is here to remind us that Middle East and Europe has a common path to walk.
That's a beautiful message, actually, to close this interview, because it's really about that coexisting in harmony, collaboration. Is there anything else as a final message for our audience, which is in the Middle East and worldwide?
I wish to ring a bell to the international community of what is happening in Syria regarding national and ethnic communities. Christians, Alawites, Assyrians, Kurds, Druze, they deserve much more respect and prosperity. I was in Syria last year during the big massacres in Latakia and other western cities. I was shocked by the brutality. I believe that only a peaceful transition with respect to all communities is the appropriate way to go forward. And this message has to be predominant, not only in Syria, in Middle East, but also in Brussels, in Washington, D.C., and in all the Western world.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Farantouris. So,